Hey everyone, this is Jennifer, and since it's the end of the month, I'm going to decorate or backfill my church scripture notes. So I have been using this Hobonichi cousin for about a month. My first entry for notes was on December 3rd, and I have my month view here as a daily gratitude with a couple of scriptures. I do like using the PlannerKate black and white doodles here and there on this page, and you can see here I only have a couple of days left in the month, and I really like how this first month turned out. So my plan is to continue the same sort of idea for January. I did pick a scripture that I thought was perfect for kind of a new you or new beginnings, that sort of thing. You were taught with regard to your former way of life to put off your old self, which is being corrupted by its deceitful desires, to be made new in the attitude of your minds, and to put on the new self, created to be like God in a true, righteous, and holiness. Ephesians 4:22 through 24. So I'm already here. This was PlannerKate Kit 600, which was Winter Wonderlands, and I just popped those down for the month, and then I'll do my daily gratitude and probably use the black and white icons here and there again as well. I do plan on doing my scripture notes from home on the week view, maybe with some journaling and reflection. I'm using the John MacArthur Daily Bible for 2024, and he has 52 key scriptures broken down by week at the beginning of that Bible. And I just put week 1 over here on the first sidebar, and I plan to continue that throughout the year as well. And then I have been taking notes during small group, during personal Bible time here at home, and during sermons. And I write, well, this first one, I really didn't know what I was doing, so I just wrote the date. But I kind of have a system now where I write the date and then what we're doing. So this was Wednesday night's Bible study, and we were studying faith, Hebrews chapter 11. This was the 27th. It was a personal study day at home, and I was reading through Genesis. And the other thing that I do is I always start a new day on a page, if that makes sense, instead of continuing on. So if I have room, I'll add a quote to fill the page up, and I'll keep adding quotes. So for example, that was Luke 4 continued. On Sunday, December 17th, it was a sermon, and I started my notes on that page. Looks like I continued and continued for the third page, finished up here just a little bit, and then the next event was a Wednesday night Bible study, and instead of starting on that page, I did start a new page because it was a new day at church. And then I'll keep filling this up with quotes. So part of this video and process is going to be decorating at the end of the month, because I don't want to have to put down decorations, stickers, and that sort of thing, and then try to write around it or plan around it. I would rather just have my notes like I have here, and now I know where I have room after the fact to add some of those decorative elements. I do have some personal things covered up with black sticky notes. I am using this front page for every month that you get. Let me find February's. Looks like this is just a blank page. I'm using that for specific prayer requests, people that I'm praying for. So I have the names on the left And what I'm praying for on the right, just drew a line in with an ink pen. If you have a prayer request that you want to share, I would love to pray for you. Just comment below and I'll put your name and I will add that to my daily prayer list. All right, so the whole purpose of this video was to decorate. So I do have PlannerKate Kit 601. This is her New Year's kit. And then up here, I do have some older Deco sheets and other like quote pages, alphabet stickers and such from Cocoa Daisy that I've had in my stash for several years. I don't subscribe to that company anymore, but I do have these leftovers and I thought utilizing them in this book would be a perfect way to use some of them up. So I figured these journaling kit from PlannerKate had really good stickers with torn washi that I could utilize. The rest of these are like Hobonichi Cousin, Hobonichi Week stickers, which I don't think I'll need labels and such, but we might use a few. So I do want to start with this January page over here and add some torn washi. And I think I will label my page prayer list. I did forget to mention on the actual paper, I have been using my TWSBI Eco and it is filled with Diatramentis archive ink. This holds more ink than my other fountain pens, and it is a great pen I have found for like long sessions of writing. It's a good weight and a little bit more comfortable than my Pilot Vanishing Point if I'm doing a lot of writing, which is typically the case when I'm taking notes. So that's what I've been using. And then on the PlannerKate stickers, I'll just use my normal Uniball Signo RT1 in the 0.38. And we'll put this up here at the top. And then let's just go through. I feel like with this, I don't need to add any decoration to the right-hand page. I am going to be decorating, obviously, but I don't feel the need to like overly decorate either. I just want a little bit of something here and there. These might be really pretty to use, so I'm just going to go through here and pick out some stickers that I think would work for this time of year. We will start with that, and if I need more, I can always pull these back out. Had a little bit of an interruption there, but that's okay. We are home on Christmas break / New Year's break. My husband came home midday today, and my son is here, so there may be more interruptions, but as I've said before, I do not mind. So, back to decorating. I don't want to do a whole lot, but I do want to put some bits and pieces in and some of these blank spots around the edges. I might even use some snow flakes like these were really beautiful, and then trim if I need to trim the edges off around. I've done that before in the past and really liked how that looks. And let's look at these PlannerKate journaling stickers again. Leave those for now. I think think I'll use some of this torn washi here at the bottom. And I might even add a little bit of a label here. Will that fit? I might need a smaller label, which we do have on these Hobonichi cousin sheets. This one's too thick. Let's use a thin one and make that stand out a little bit. I'm gonna write reflection. And then we do have arrows on here. So I had hand drawn in an arrow, but you can add that this way. This one has lots of room, so we'll add a little bit of a bigger piece of torn washi. And do any of these match? We could also bring in some quote stickers. And again, lots of room down here, but I can fill that later with a quote. Let's put this torn washi down here going in this direction. And again, not going overboard. That's not my style at all. But I do like just a little bit of decoration. And this has some little circles that we can kind of put going up the page. All right, let's see where we're at. Just a couple more pages. This one I left blank because I got interrupted right in the middle of this little personal session. So I knew I would need a second page for that. And then this is the last entry that I have for December. And I think I will use one of these labels just to mark that this was the last entry. For December, just in case I need to look back. So the other thing that I do is I index what's on each page. So on January 11th's page, if I go up here to my index, on January 11th, I have Luke 3:1 through 3:38. So that's what's on those pages. I do have a little bit of color coding going with some mild liners, brown for the Old Testament, gray for the New Testament. flesh toned for Wednesday and Sunday in blue, and I've just been marking those as well. And I thought this would be helpful. Let's just say, you know, in November 2024, I'm studying Luke again. I can look back and see easily where I had studied Luke previously and then reference those notes if need be. Okay, I think that that's going to wrap up this end of month decoration. I do plan to do this every single month at the month's end and kind of get ready for the next month. This is running into January, so I'm not going to flip to February to fill up my February prayer list quite yet. I'll use this for December, and I'm going to continue on. I have plenty of room here for January 2024. So if this is something that you enjoyed, just seeing the decorative pieces and just a little bit of chit chat, let me know what you think. And I will consider making this part of like my monthly lineup here on YouTube. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you back next time.